Hello, everyone. I just want to jump on here real quick and have a little chat with you about finding your inner strength after a separation or a divorce. I know that this can be super challenging, and sometimes you just feel so out of sorts and everything like that it's like, what direction am I supposed to be going? How am I ever going to feel better? Well, I have two little tips for you tonight that really kind of help start you to gain the wherewithal, your kind of bring some of your emotion back. The first one is gratitude. Okay. And I challenge people on really pretty much a daily basis to be writing things down that you are grateful for, right? So start every day. You don't even have to start the day, you end the day, whatever works for you, writing things down. Okay. And when I say writing things down, the reason for this is when you're in the midst of turmoil, overwhelm, fear, you are like, everything is out of my control. What can I do here? That is where, in the gratitude, you start retraining your brain every day to look for the good in things. Okay? So that's a great place to start helping build that. Okay? Now, the other portion of that, number two, is your confidence, okay? To start building your confidence. And one amazing way to do that, and I shared this on a podcast that I was on today, is I am statements. Okay. Now, when I say I am statements, you can write as many or as little of them as you want. But when you start writing those I am statements, right? And you start saying, I am bold, I am strong, I am courageous. When you start saying those things to yourself and you start writing it on a daily basis, guess what? Something starts to change in your mind that, oh, I can do this. Okay. And you start with the things that you might not feel right now, but embodying them. Okay. Because that is who you want your future self to be. So even if it is writing, I am confident. Those are some of the things that are going to start building your inner confidence so that you are reassuring yourself every day. This is what I'm doing. This is how I am learning. Okay. So the two things are gratitude, because that starts changing your attitude, because sometimes we need that when we're in the midst of all the chaos and the craziness, right? And then the second part of that is I am statements. Okay. Because you want to be identifying with who you currently are and who you will be moving forward. Okay. Now, the other fun part of I am statements is if you have children, to ask them, say, hey, this is what I'm doing. What would you add to the list? It's very interesting to see what a child thinks about themselves. Okay. Because it also gives us a little parent gauge, an indicator of, oh my gosh, we need to look at this a little bit different, or maybe this isn't working, so we can reword this too. Because trust me, they are listening, okay? And they also start seeing themselves and their reflection of you and how you see yourself as well. I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent, but I'm going to tell you a story that really has to go in with the inner strength. Okay. So I have stood in the mirror before and I've patted my little tummy and I've told I'm like, oh, I need to lose this. And I would say this often in the mirror. Okay. The one day my daughter was probably 4, and she came up to me and she patted my tummy and she said, "Oh, yeah, when are you going to lose this?" You guys, I was mortified because that is how my daughter was starting to see her own body, that it's not perfect unless it looks a certain way, right? And I'll tell you, this is where words are powerful, okay? Not only the gratitude words and the I am statements, but just the way you talk to yourself as well. So from that day forward, I changed what I would say about my own body, because I would tell her, guess what? This amazing tummy right here grew your arms, your legs, and all of the amazing things that you are. So how do you think that translates? That translates a whole lot better than her thinking, oh, I've got to lose my tummy, or oh, I have to look a certain way, or oh, I have to be a certain way. You guys, our inner confidence and inner strength comes so many different ways. So be kind to yourself, show yourself a little love, and start supporting yourself through the gratitude journaling, or the gratitude statements, and the I am statements as well. And then start listening to how you talk to yourself. Would you talk to somebody else the way you talk to yourself? Just a little food for thought. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will be chatting with you soon.